The night I followed the dog. I have a dog. Nothing exotic or special, just an ordinary dog. In fact, I always thought he was a boring dog. What I mean is, he can fetch, roll over, and shake hands, but mostly he sleeps and eats. I used to think that our next door neighbors had the best dog in the world. Their dog can sing and change channels on the TV. Their dog always wins medals in obedience school. But I don't think their dog is so great now. Not since the night I followed my dog. Every night I let my dog out and he runs off into the darkness with his tail wagging. The next morning I let him in and he heads straight for the food bowl. But one morning I knew something was funny when I opened the door a little bit earlier than usual and I saw my dog jump out of a limousine wearing a tuxedo. Before I could look twice, he disappeared into the backyard. I opened the kitchen door and whistled. When he came into the house, he was the same as he always is, hungry. I wasn't sure that I believed what I had seen, so that night I decided to follow him. I wore dark clothing that I wouldn't be noticed, and I left my bicycle near the door so I would have it close by. When I let the dog out, I slipped out too. I took out the garbage so he wouldn't suspect anything. The dog went straight to his doghouse. I saw a light go inside. Slowly, I stuck around the back door and peeked into the doghouse. This was not the doghouse that I had helped build. Inside, there was a huge living room, a bathroom, a huge closet full of fancy clothes. The dog was in the bathroom. He was wearing a tuxedo and fumbling with his bow tie. When he came out, he casually walked out of the doghouse, crossed the yard, and down the street. I grabbed my bicycle and followed him. 2 blocks later, I saw the limousine pull over. The dog got in and the car took off. I started pedaling faster. The car headed across town. I thought I would lose them, but luckily they were stopped at a few lights. After a while, I found myself in a part of town that I had never seen before. The buildings all seemed to be empty and it was very quiet. The limousine stopped. I hid and watched my dog get out. He disappeared into the building and the limousine pulled away. There was nothing outside of the building, just two brass fire hydrants on either side of the entrance. I opened the door. At the end was a neon sign that said the doghouse. I crept closer. It seemed like some kind of club. I decided to get a closer look. The moment I opened the door, two mean looking dogs appeared and said, "You can't come in here." I didn't know what to say. So I said, but I saw my dog. I mean, I think he's in here. Just then, my dog walked over and said, "It's okay, boys. He's with me." The bulldog said, "Sure, boss. Whatever you say, boss." For a minute, that seemed like forever. I waited. Then my dog said, "I knew you would find out eventually." Well, now you know. This is my place. I looked around. Finally, I asked, "What is this place?" My dog said, "This is where dogs go to have fun and relax. See all the sofas? We can sit on the sofas here. We can get treats without having to lie down, roll over, or play dead. And if we want to chew on a shoe or chase our tail, no one stops us. We have no masters, no leashes, no rolled up newspapers. This is a place where dogs can be dogs." We sat down. A cocker spaniel came by and asked me if I would like a bowl of water or some dog biscuits. Like little by little, dogs of all kinds started coming in. Some danced, some talked. They looked at me a little funny, but then when they saw who I was with, they smiled and shook my hand. At at one point, my dog waved uh, to a camera. She came over to our table and took a picture of us. Being with my dog made me feel like a movie star. Just when I was really starting to enjoy myself, I looked at my watch. I told my dog I had to leave or we'd get in trouble. He nodded. I think he was about to say something, but a glamorous greyhound grabbed his paw and whisked him onto the dance floor. As soon as he was getting up, he tossed me the photo of the two of us. Then he bowed slightly and disappeared into the crowd. It was way past my bedtime. As I pedaled home into the cool night, I thought of myself, now I'm really going to be in the doghouse. But then again, that might not be so bad. The end. I wonder if my dogs do that at night too. Oh my goodness. What about you? Maybe they have a cat club too. All right, guys, I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.